remarkable chance. He'd landed close to the location of the home he had visited a few years before. He found the house and he presented himself to the family. Not all Germans were Nazi. They took him in, welcomed him, fed and watered him, and eventually they put him in touch with a local escaped Russer. Unfortunately, things went wrong. He was captured, discovered, he was arrested. Not to worry, he escaped, and eventually made his way back to England before the end of the war. I think this is a remarkable story, and it concerns one of the old boys of the grammar school here. Anyway, back to school. I left in '51 to go up to Liverpool University, but I've always found a wealth of historic and social history in the copies of the school magazines, the Hortonian. In 1994-95, the then president of this association, Keith Nightingale, whom I believe is here this evening, made a formal presentation of the full-bound set of these magazines to the Harris Reference Library. And this will always be a fund of memories to dip into. Not least the news that just before the war, a dance band activity was reported at the school. A.C. Watershead, an old boy, is a new crooner with Larry Brennan's band. Richard Seed and his ambassadors have recently made records and are very well known in Preston. There was also an aggregation under the style of Jim Howarth's Blue Lives, all proof of the true value of grammar school education. There is a John Brennan and a Keith Seed with us this evening as my guest, but they're not related to these two fellows. Keith Nightingale, I've mentioned before, and he's chairman of the governors of Moore Park Business and Enterprise School, which is effectively the successor to PGS. And it is fitting this evening to report that the Ofsted Inspectorate has very recently awarded Grade 1 status to Moore Park, an outstanding school providing exceptionally well for its pupils' needs. This is a very special accolade, as very few secondary or indeed foundation schools approach this standard. So it's a great accolade for the headmaster. I've already taken the opportunity of sending PGSA's congratulations to the principal, Peter Cunningham, and congratulations to you, Keith, representing the governors. Also, Tony Olivian's here tonight, and I believe he also has been elected to the governing body of Moore Park Business and Enterprise School. I would commend to you the visit to the school, which we do every year. We're invited every year, and on the 8th of June, we return to the school at 4 o'clock, 1600 hours, and we're always made very welcome. Briefly returning to the Hortonian I mentioned, we are informed that in 1944, a certain Mr. G.G. Baines spoke to sixth formers on the subject of housing.